lot of action around the NBA last night, so let's go coast to coast to get in on some of that action. Let's start with the Hawks, who, you guys, they've quietly won 8 of their last 9. And Trae Young has, get this, 5 straight 30-point games. That's the longest streak in the NBA this season, and it's tied for the longest of his career. So, Perk, can the Hawks get back to the ECF?
It's winter time. Ice Trae is in the building, and yes, they can get back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Behind Trae.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, he says. All right, so you know who else was out with the Stars last night? It was Drake, who was in the building in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
As the Thunder
That's an interesting
the
choice.
Rockets, right? Houston came out with the win, and now they've won 4 in a row. Miss Houston getting excited following a 15-game losing streak. So I'm going to go back to you, Chanae. Is this a blip?
Oh, why are you going to do this to me?
Is this a trend?
Winning for the Rockets?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a trend. You know, it really is a trend.
Perk,
they have had
you
up
agree?
there the pace, you know, finally the
I mean, all I will say is that they 4-0 without Jalen Green.
All right, and the Heat, they got blown out at
there.
home by the Cavs. So Cleveland's entered this game losing their last 20 games in Miami. But they were able to hold on and keep the Heat to just 85 points. That's without Bam Adebayo. He and Tyler Hero spoke after the game.
It's rough. This is my first, major injury in my NBA career. So definitely one of those things where didn't expect that. It was a downer, but for the 6 weeks, can't change nothing about it. That was my only option.
Hopefully Bam gets speedy recovery, good luck with the surgery, but just hopefully, it's always next man up. That's always been our motto, since I've been here, and we'll need guys to step up.
So the Heat will definitely miss Bam defensively the most. When he's been on the court, the Heat's defensive efficiency is 4 points better than when he's off the floor. And Miami's defense with Bam would rank 2nd in the league, but it drops all the way to 15th when he is not playing. So joining me now to dive into the defensive loss of Bam Adebayo is senior writer, host of the Lowe Post podcast, Zach Lowe. So you've been on the Bam wagon since day one. What's the significance of this loss for Miami? Beep, beep.
It's huge. It's huge. Depth was the obvious issue for the Heat going into the season. Their rotation collapses into pretty big unknowns after guys number 7 and 8. Markieff Morris hasn't played since Nikola Jokic decked him on an all-time cheap shot. They're still missing him. Look, the Heat are built for the playoffs. They have a real chance to make the finals if they have their whole team intact. Their only goal really is just don't slip into the play-in tournament. And I said before the season, they are 1 injury away from being in danger of slipping into the play-in tournament. This is the injury. This is a really tough injury for them to withstand. Dwayne Dedmon is a nice backup. They'll start him. They'll play Tucker at center sometimes, Markieff if he comes back. But this is a really thin team. Jimmy Butler's missed games. He's out right now. Kyle Lowry's missed games. Tyler Hero's missed games. They're going to have to fight and scrap in the East. I mean, Perk just mentioned the Hawks. The Hawks are like 10th in the East. If Cleveland is staying up, if they're for real, if the Bulls are for real, if the Wizards are for real, it's not a lock that Miami stays in that top 6 if they suffer a big injury. And this is a big, big injury.
So Zach, defensively, we know that Bam Adebayo is a juggernaut within himself, but he also accounts for so much of what they do offensively. How do they make up for it on that end of the floor?
They're going to need more from Jimmy Butler. They're going to need more from Kyle Lowry, who has really been a distant kind of 4th option with this team. They're going to need him to become Toronto Kyle Lowry again. And Duncan Robinson, who just got this huge contract, is shooting 29% from 3. That's his only job, is to make threes. He'll start making more shots. But the Duncan Robinson Bam 2-man game, it's a beautiful 2-man game. Duncan bobs back and forth. They do handoffs, fake handoffs. It gets the Heat into a lot of their best stuff. Without Bam's passing as the hub at the elbow, it's going to be really interesting to see how they adjust. They just need their best players, and that's now Butler, Lowry, Hero to give them more every single night.
Absolutely. And to remind our viewers, Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that Bam Adebayo, the timeline there is going to be 4 to 6 weeks. So we will see if Miami can stay afloat just enough for him to come back so they can stay at the top of the top.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.